Most people believe that to be emotionally strong, you never show your negative emotions, that you have to hide your feelings. The whole British stiff upper lip, being stoic, emotionless, like a robot. And I understand why people think that, because this is what society tells you what being emotionally strong is, emotionally stable, a masculine trait that is valued and admired. And it's true. The people feel comfortable around someone that is able to control their emotions. And this quality is rewarded, especially in the corporate world. But having to fake a smile 24/7, pretending everything's okay when you're actually falling apart inside, or acting like a lone wolf who doesn't need a shoulder to cry on every now and then, is not healthy. Many people practice emotional avoidance and mistakenly call it a positive mindset. It's crucial to understand that life isn't meant to be love and light 24/7. Learning to balance your shadow self with love and light is the key to truly maximizing your emotional health. Being too far on either side can be harmful and can actually prevent you from doing the necessary work required to release the build-up of emotional baggage from the past. Do not fear the darkness. Embrace it and understand it. Holding this expectation of constant positivity for the healing journey sets you up for significant disappointment, because much of this journey involves exploring and coming to terms with some of the deepest, darkest parts of yourself. So let's talk about false positivity. Telling someone or yourself to just stay positive when you're going through a hard time, like a breakup, job loss, or grief. This suggests that feeling sad, angry, or scared isn't acceptable. I mean, come on, that's not helpful. It's like telling someone with a broken leg to just walk it off. We need to be okay with letting people feel their feelings without trying to slap a happy sticker on everything. Thinking in black and white about emotions, like they're either good or bad, is a trap. It makes us hide our true selves, shove down the bad feelings, because we're scared of being judged, and pretend everything's okay when it's really not. And when we do try to open up, we're hit with cliches like,
"Look on the bright side,"
or,
"Well, it could have been worse."
No wonder so many of us end up feeling alone in a crowd. Ignoring our emotions doesn't make them disappear. It just pushes them down where they start to fester and grow toxic, turning into a giant pile of emotional baggage that we lug around with us. As a hypnotherapist, I'm familiar with the many different ways people find to numb the pain, from overeating to binge-watching TV to anything that lets us avoid dealing with our feelings head-on. Despite what society might tell us, pretending to be okay when you're not isn't a sign of strength. And guess what? Ignoring our emotions, rather than acknowledging and addressing them, can lead to a variety of negative outcomes for both mental and physical health. Here are some of the most significant effects that I end up treating with hypnotherapy because of suppressed emotional wounds from the past. Increased stress and anxiety, depression, physical health problems such as headaches, insomnia, chronic pain and digestive issues, substance abuse, relationship problems, and emotional outbursts. So maybe it's time we ditch this fake positivity. Obsessing over our emotions or bottling them up doesn't do us any favours. Feelings like sadness, anxiety, and anger aren't weaknesses. They're just part of being human. It's not the feeling that's the issue. It's what we do with it that counts. When we try to shove our feelings aside, they tend to come back with a vengeance. Psychologists call it amplification, but I like to think of it as emotional resonance. It's like every little hurt adds up until one day something triggers you and boom! All those emotions you collected that hold that same emotional resonance come rushing back up into the present moment, making you overreact in ways you wish you hadn't. We've all been there when we've lost control of our emotions and we end up emotionally vomiting on those around us. You end up spewing your pent-up feelings all over someone else, and trust me, nobody enjoys being on the receiving end of that. Don't get me wrong, happiness and positivity are great, but they're not the whole picture. By ignoring the tough stuff, we lose the chance to grow and deal with life head on. Life's going to throw curveballs. It's inevitable. But pretending we're robots programmed to be happy all the time, that's not doing us any favours at all. What we need is to get real with our emotions, even the messy ones. That's the secret sauce to bouncing back stronger, living authentically and finding genuine happiness. Labeling our emotions accurately helps us figure out what's really going on so we can tackle it head on. Think of your emotions as a secret doorway to your soul. They're like a sneak peek into the hidden parts of you, your deepest thoughts, beliefs, and what matters to you the most. Remember, you're in charge of your emotions. They don't get to call the shots. When you can figure out what you're feeling deep down inside, and you know why you're feeling that way, and your actions reflect your true values, you're basically unlocking the door to becoming the best version of yourself through your feelings. So next time, when a big, intense emotion hits you, don't run from the work. Feel the work. Face it. Get super curious about it. Ask yourself, what's this emotion trying to tell me? Why am I feeling this stirred up? You wouldn't be all worked up if you didn't really care about something. So what is it that you care about? Dive into these questions like a detective. This kind of curiosity boosts how well you know yourself and clarify what you stand for. And you might just figure out that the real issue is something or someone doesn't align with your values. Remember, emotions are like those warning lights on the car's dashboard. They're telling you something needs attention. So what's it going to be? Keep pushing down those feelings, or take control and use them to your advantage. If you're ready to get a handle on your emotions and turn them into your superpower, I've got just the thing. I'm giving away my rescue method guide for free. That'll show you how to do just that. The link is in the description below to grab your copy. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this, and I'll see you in the next one.